David just got arrested for murdering Celeste. Now, even with an arrest coming and an update this big, I'm here to tell y'all it's far from over. We haven't even scratched the surface of this situation yet.
Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Burke is being held without bail. The case will...
Wait, bro, it said, let's just say the main villain is addicted to breast milk. So he walks around drinking it all the time. It's hilarious. Like anyone that will come somebody over it, oh yeah, anyone that will, yeah, bro, over it, people that's crazy. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. And then the thing is, all right, okay, first the breast milk, like the breast milk thing was great. That was a crazy statement, gang. Y'all be watching crazy shit. The shit that people watch sometimes is crazy. Like y'all be watching crazy shit. And then how y'all be finding this shit though? That's what I be trying to figure out. How y'all be finding this crazy shit to watch? And then two, yeah, bro. Anybody that, like I say, unalive women, just cause the cause of it, you a weirdo. You a weirdo, and your mama shouldn't have had you, and we got some way better to put you. You know what I'm saying? We got some way good to put you. Now, and I can't, and I don't like to give my take on this all the time, because when I was saying these things, people thought I was being harsh. But you know what? I really ain't never had no problem. But I'm a strong person who believes in the death penalty. I'm gonna be completely honest. I believe very strongly in death penalty. If your stupid ass out here wanna be stupid, taking motherfuckers' lives in the worst way, we got something for you. We gonna give you a little adrenaline rush right before you cross on over to the good side. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I. Now some people don't believe. Oh, just take somebody else's life. They don't even have to take years and all this bullshit. I don't believe in all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me and my opinion. I ain't, look. Hey, everybody, hey, opinion like an asshole. Everybody got one. That's just. You want to fight before it and all that? That's cool too. I ain't mad at you, but hey, it is what it is. I saw clips of it, and then finally looked it up and watched it, and it was actually a really good show. That's what I'm saying. It be shit sound weird when you tell somebody about these shows and shit, but then you watch it, you like, nah, I get why he got that addiction. I see why he that superhero that he turned villain. I see why he, you know what I'm saying? You watch this shit, you like, nah, it makes sense. They got some good shows out here that seem weird, bro. For real. They really do. Now I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut about the other part. We're not even gonna go there. See, my mind get to going other places, and then I get to yapping about shit. But anyway, we're going to get back.
Be presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old. Again, this breaking news just into our newsroom. We're working to get more information, and we'll continue to follow this story.
We do want to go ahead and bring in now ABC's Alex Stone on the phone to speak more about this case. Alex, you've been following this from the very beginning. What can you tell us as far as this breaking information goes this afternoon?
Well, Mark and Michelle, yeah, sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to gather and put together, and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a filing decision on Monday. This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the case had gone to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks.
David is being charged with murder. Now, the reason why we have to reiterate murder is because when the investigation first
Yeah,
started,
14.
LAPD
14.
put out a
His
press
puss
release
ass. He,
where they
you know what I'm
notified the
saying? I
public.
think he about 21 or something like that. 22. Fucking weirdo. He's a weirdo. They be weirdos. You know what I'm saying? And then you can't. And then that's the crazy part about it. Everybody want to be, oh, he's a rapist. No, you gotta understand. You gotta understand, bro. He, yo, and if this shit feels sick talking about it every time, right? Because it's like the truth is stranger than fiction sometimes. See, when I was young and I used to hear that shit, I used to be like, what they mean by that? They just saying that shit. Then you start growing up. Then you start understanding, like, damn, bro, that shit really strange. Damn, that really happened. You know what I'm saying? That really be happening. What I'm getting at, right? Tell you what I'm getting at. Young girls like old, they grow up like that. Some, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying you would be surprised at how many, and even younger than her, that like grown men. You would be surprised. You would be surprised how many grown ass women like young boys. You would be surprised. I'm baddest mother. I'm probably the baddest motherfucker you've ever seen. You like, damn. You see her? She 37, but she would have got them 16-year-old. But he looked 28. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers will never know. You know what I'm saying? He older. He act older. He got a little. You know what I'm saying? He got a little swag to him. He got a little conscience to him. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker already digging that. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I'm telling you. This shit sounds so cringy to say every time you speak about it. But the shit is the truth. The shit is just the truth, bro. So every time it don't be, oh, the dude, man, he'll wait. He don't be that every time. In our minds, is that because, like, bro, you 20, 30, though, you mess with a damn 14. But what's really going on, she she with that. You know what I'm saying? She probably was the first one. Oh, I'm 18. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the situation, but what I'm saying is that's what be going on though. Then you got some situations, motherfuckers know how, but you know, it's just they be they want to do that. That's what it is. It's weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird. It's sick minded, bro. But it just is what it is, dog. This the world. This the world. This the world. You know what I mean? You can't snap shit in there. Oh, let's change that. You can't do that. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't the higher power. You can't snap. You can do that shit in your household, but you can't go in somebody else's shit even though it's sick minded and you want to make it right. You can't do that. There's no such thing. So I say all that to say it's very weird, but that's just what be going on sometimes. It don't all the time be the dude. You know, it don't all the time be that. These young girls and young boys, man, is get more pleasure than your own ass. And that's just facts. It's just facts. Weird, but facts. Um, Discord. I got to log into my computer because my computer updated and it not. I don't know. Y'all know how that shit go. Technology when it updates shit, it want to somehow take everything you log into and cancel it. So it done that. So I can't. I mean, I can go through the login process, but I don't really know my name. Hold on. Let me see. I might got it on this one. Hold on. Let me see. I think I got Discord on this phone. I might have deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't even really remember my Discord like that because I don't really be on. Wait, I'm going live later on, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like log into all my shit, Discord and shit. My phone that we do the camera on, cause I know I use my phone for the camera, but it's logged into this phone. I know that's for sure. So what I'm gonna do when you if you drop back on, just drop back on stream on me later on, bro. And I'll put the Discord up. I have everything up on the computer. I log back into it and shit like that. So you can have it. I really do. I genuinely don't remember. Or you can go. I think it might be in like it might be in the bio. I'm pretty sure it's in the bio, right along with like the YouTube channel or something. So you'll find it there. I just can't remember it off top, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really be on it like that.
That they may not even have enough for murder, that, Celeste may have died from an overdose, and, that David and others may just be charged with, I don't know, improperly disposing of a body. But for them to charge David with murder, they would now have proof or evidence from their perspective that David committed this murder against Celeste or instructed the murder of Celeste. But nobody else has been arrested or is in custody. So for now, David is who they believe murdered Celeste. This is the press release from LAPD Robbery and Homicide Division. Now, they will say the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery/Homicide Division has been diligently investigating the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez over the past several weeks. At this time, we can confirm that Celeste Hernandez is deceased and her body was found in the front trunk area of a Tesla belonging to David. The vehicle had been parked at the location from which it was towed for several weeks, so Ms. Hernandez may have been deceased for several weeks before the discovery of her body. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause or manner of Celeste Rivas' death. As such, it remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body. Is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Hernandez and her family. But when they had that grand jury and they brought in everybody associated with the situation, they brought in David's parents, they brought in Neo, they brought in David's manager. After speaking to everybody, they quickly came to the conclusion that this was not no accident, no overdose, no, Celeste was murdered. Now, the body was so badly decomposed that the medical examiner couldn't really, get a full understanding of how she died.
This was not from that. We are told that this is evidence that they have been compiling going back to when her body was found last September, that now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
All right. And so a lot of people wondering, this, so many things seem to point to.
I ain't heard the album yet. I ain't even know he dropped the album already. I gotta listen to that because Fetty Wap used to be my boy too. Shouts out Fetty Wap. Shouts out Fetty Wap. Bro was going under. Said fuck it, he gonna trap it all the way out to keep it floating. Got caught up, but kept it real. Did his time, now he free. Now he got them. Hey, I hope his music go up though, man. Cause bro, I ain't gonna lie, I really fuck. I really don't understand why he fell off. Like, yeah, he had like the same flow, but he wasn't there long enough to switch it up type shit. And it really wasn't boring. Cause it wasn't like music was just dropping like that. So it really couldn't get boring too fast, bro. I don't know why bro fell out. That's crazy. I don't know why he really fell out like that.
Him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but.
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And that there was difficulty reaching that cause of death. Not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
All right.
Yeah, we also know, David, as many entertainers do, had an entourage of people around him at times. I know some other individuals have been considered as drivers of this vehicle or either around. Any information on possibly how this could impact other people that David was around that also may have been around Celeste Rivas?
Michelle, we don't know yet, and if there are any other arrests that are going to be coming in this case. We know that there were a number of witnesses who came and testified in front of the grand jury, again, that this was not an indictment, that this is probable cause that the LAPD put together and moved forward on. But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury. So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
All right.
There has to be more arrests coming. There just has to be, right? Like obviously there's more arrests coming because the person who drove the Tesla and parked it outside of David's crib with the body in the trunk, that person was never identified yet or arrested, but the private investigator says they have ID'd the person, they know who that person was. Well, if that person drove the body and parked it, isn't that person some type of accessory after the fact? Like the people who was purchasing things like burn cages for David, isn't that person somehow an accessory after the fact? Now, a lot of people came in and they spoke to a lot of people. I knew David was cooked from the second, right, that they was bringing in his homies, bro. The one homie, after the grand jury, his entire tone changed, bro. Once they brought him in and they let him know what he was facing and how he could be charged, man, bro came back on Instagram and told everybody, hey, bro, David is a piece of ish, Celeste is a victim. And we're like, huh? She's a victim, so that means that she was murdered.
The Asian dude.
Once his best friend turned on him publicly, I knew it was already cooked for David.
Here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to read you what Neil Langston just posted on his Instagram account. And I will tell you, it's quite telling, okay? And I'm curious why he posted it, why of all times right now. I'm going to try to put it into context a bit more, but this is important. This is a big development. So Neo took to Instagram with a series of posts. There was one that said, I understand due to my silence and the silence in general, it leaves a void of information that everyone wants to fill. But at the end of the day, this case isn't about me. It isn't about you. It's about getting justice for the victim and her family, and I care a lot more about that than trying to fill that void because of public opinion. Obviously wasn't doing my part at first, but now I am. I've stayed loyal to my mindset and I will continue to. I'm not publicly going to give any opinion or emotion about this case because I find it disrespectful and not my place to weigh in on it, especially as it's still ongoing. I'm not going to spam post to justify and perform my feelings and thoughts for the internet, trying to satisfy people who have already made up their minds about me. In time, the record will speak for itself, and I'm moving on with my life. There's another post where he apparently said, I think the worst part is that I've told so many people that I trust that I thought knew me as a person, my side of things, all for that to be thrown out the window as soon as I get arrested and they slap that bleep's name next to mine. I'm assuming he's referring to David here. And for the record, the thing I was arrested for, I wasn't even charged. They never filed it, and my warrant was retracted because there is more to the story than what's on the news. Then there's this post. Thankfully, I'm legally fine in every way, and boy, do I got all my receipts for things. Ha 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 ha. This raises a lot of questions about why he posted this. Obviously, he can't and will not say anything to jeopardize his legal rights, right? Probably instructed by the government to not say anything either if he had spoken in front of the grand jury. Probably his attorney said, don't say anything. I don't even know if his attorney was consulted with this post, but it seems like he's trying to correct whatever misconception or misunderstanding the public has on him or his alleged role in this, because there is a lot of talk about him.
It could be possible the prosecutors strike the deal with Neo and other people involved to where for their testimony, if they agree to come and testify against David, they won't get charged with accessory after the fact. Because this case, for the most part, is hinging on witness testimony. It's hinging on people coming and taking a stand and testifying. Because in terms of physical evidence itself, there's really not much. David had, 6 months to a year to clean this up? The private investigator said that he believed that Celeste may have been dead for almost a year before they found her. So he had about a year to clean up his tracks. So they bought a burn cage because they was about to get rid of the body. Whoever that tow person was, or whoever called that tow truck, saved this case, bro. Because can you imagine if they were allowed a few extra more weeks when David came back from tour and they was able to work that burn cage and really burn it and burn her body and get rid of everything? What other evidence would there be that David murdered this person? What other trace would there be? There won't be no trace. And her family wasn't looking for her. She's been missing for like almost a year. And they knew she was with David. They didn't give a damn at all. But there has to be more arrests coming. Because David ain't do this alone. David was a millionaire who paid a lot of people around him to do certain things. People who was driving that Tesla around with the body in it. People who was purchasing the burn cage under the fake name. People who took the trip with David to the middle of nowhere in California, and we still don't know why they took that trip there. Everybody involved has to be held accountable. I'm not even comfortable with them getting deals.
That's the thing. Where did this dude even? That was my question. Where did this dude even come from? Because before this situation, I never even heard about him. Never heard a song. Never so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where did he even come from? Period. Like where did he come from? That's what I want to know. Drop in the chat, bro. Let me know where this dude even came from. Period.
Now, a lot of us had a hunch that this was coming, that the first-degree murder charge was coming, because if you were focused or tapped into this case, then you know that, like court documents were getting leaked.
How the fuck you doing, bro? You never even made a radio station. Well, then again, I don't listen to the radio, so only radio station I listen to is country music, like pop station. And like old school music station and like old pop and shit. If it ain't that, I'm not listening to no radio station. I don't remember. Every time hip hop station come on the radio, bro, I change that shit immediately. I turn that bitch down all the way. I turn it down, then I change the station. I don't hear that shit. There's no good music on the rap station. Period. I'm talking about not even one song. I don't want to hear that shit.
It literally was like the state of California versus David Burke. So we already knew some charges were coming. I just wasn't expecting a murder charge. Because for months we've been, told, they might get charged with concealment of the body. We don't know if murder really fits. But now we know for a fact they have enough to confidently state that David murdered Celeste, which should be a no-brainer.
Dead, the people of state of California v. David Burke. Nathan Hochman at the top, he's the Los Angeles County District Attorney. Beth Silverman, too, who we believe is the attorney prosecuting this case. So confirming, again, this is a real case. They're the prosecutors. There was even video or pictures of her coming in and out of court. It goes on to say that there is now pending in the Superior Court of the County of Los Angeles the above entitled grand jury investigation by the state of California against Target David Burke. David, that's his real name, David, wherein Target may be involved in having committed the following criminal offenses against the laws of the state of California, to wit, 1 count of murder. And when I looked up the penal code that was allegedly broken here, murder is the unlawful killing of a human being or a fetus with malice aforethought, basically an intentional killing. The filing goes on to say, on September 8th, 2025, at approximately 10:30 hours, Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD detectives received a phone call from the manager of Hollywood Area Official Police Garage. The manager stated a black Tesla Model X had been impounded as an abandoned vehicle by the Department of Transportation on September 5th, 2025. The manager told police there was a strong smell of decay coming from the vehicle, which was attracting flies. LAPD detectives responded to the Hollywood tow yard.
I done heard of Pokia. I done heard of that. I done heard of him or Justin. Who Justin? What Justin? What Justin? What? Not no goddamn Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber. I know that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
To investigate, detectives approached the vehicle, which was parked on the upper deck of the impound lot, and immediately noticed the smell of decaying biological material consistent with a decomposing corpse coming from the front storage compartment of the vehicle. Detectives obtained a search warrant for the vehicle, and when the front storage compartment was opened, detectives observed a black cadaver bag covered with insects and a strong odor of decay. Utilizing black latex gloves, detectives partially unzipped the bag and observed a decomposed head and torso. Investigators and criminalists from the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner responded to the tow yard to process the decomposed body. Upon removing the cadaver bag from the front storage compartment, it was discovered the arms and legs had been severed from the body. A second black bag was discovered underneath the cadaver bag.
I don't think we have even scratched the surface of this. Y'all think David himself cut off or sawed off her limbs and put it in the bags? You think David did that himself?
I do.
I don't think so.
I do.
No.
I don't think he did it himself, but I think he did it. He definitely ain't do it by himself, but he did it. He definitely cut a piece off. I guarantee you that. I can guarantee you he did that. He did it. He looked like one of them. He did it. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He sold himself for a little piece of fame. Then he had to knock somebody off, and she was the perfect attendant. It just is what it is. That's not act, bro. That's not act. I'm gonna tell you who else. I'm gonna tell you who drove the car there. The manager drove the car there, and the manager tell you, listen, I ain't finna get on here and talk about, oh, we don't know who did. Man, we know who did all this. Y'all need to check the manager at the record label, man. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all ain't seen Tales from the Hood. Hey, go watch that episode of Tales from the Hood when what's his name? What's the one that be y'all see the TV series The Game? The one with the curly hair, the one of the football star. He was a football star on the Tales in the Hood. And what he did, got his homeboy knocked off. Guess what the manager? Guess who knocked the homeboy off? The manager did. Stop playing with me. I know, man. You ain't finna tell me anything. Tell me you don't. Oh, act like I'm fixing to sit here and talk about. I don't know either. Man, I know who.
I think David had a lot of flunkies around him.
But guess what? Manager ain't gonna tell. Hey, manager gonna be the only person that ain't seen it as a suspect.
Who's doing his bidding. And I think everybody involved need to be held accountable, man. And this might be controversial here, bro.
Watch what I tell you.
I think the people that allowed a 14-year-old girl to move into the house of a grown man
mom and dad ain't got nothing to do with that. That's why I just told y'all that. I just told y'all that. Some people, this shit is acceptable for. But some people, this shit is acceptable for. I just told y'all.
They didn't really care about her well-being or her whereabouts and allow her to stay over there. I think those people probably need to be brought in as well and questioned. You never questioned why this 14-year-old, so she was 13 at the time.
No.
Was at a grown man's crib, at a 19, 20-year-old crib. Like, you never questioned this? Like, you never questioned like the appropriateness of their relationship, which we now know their actual relationship was inappropriate. We now know they were intimately involved, that this dude was an absolute sicko. We know this. But where were the adults in her life? Where were the adults who were responsible for this young girl? That's where we got to start, questioning things like the R. Kelly narrative, where R. Kelly claiming, the parents, gave the daughters to me. Is that what we're dealing with? Like, did the parents know? Was David able to pay off people?
Of course.
Because even classmates or peers and associates of Celeste claimed that David came to their neighborhood and was paying people to keep quiet on Celeste and David's relationship, that, you know, that he was paying people not to say anything about what they knew about them being involved. So if this man was willing to pay Celeste's friends to keep quiet, what do you think he was willing to do to make sure that the adults in her life was okay with them hanging out and being intimate and dating? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think, man?
Hey man, this is a sick world, bro. This is a sick world. This is a sick world. You know what I mean? 'Cause I ain't canceling nobody out. The mama, the daddy, I ain't canceling nobody out. But what I'm trying to tell you is, some shit is acceptable to certain people and certain families and certain parents. Some shit is acceptable. This is what they grow into, gang. It just is what it is, man. Yeah, it's sick to us, but to them, that's normal. It's normal to them. That's just is what it is. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to say that time after time, bro. It's so sick minded, but it just, you know what I mean? It's fucked up out here, bro. It's fucked up. It's fucked up out here, bro. It's fucked up, man. But look, man. Oh, every time I see that shit by that little girl, man, that shit throw me, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you got this, you a young weirdo at that. You a young fucking weirdo, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit ain't cool. Man. I hope they give your ass 250 years. Fuck 50. Your ass need 250 plus another 50. The 50 was just for her. The 250 was for her and the Tesla you put her in. Real shit. Real shit. Well, fuck you. You want to be a high maintenance murderer weird. You want to be a high maintenance weirdo, huh? A murdering weirdo, huh? A murderess. Fuck murder. You want to be a high maintenance murderous weirdo, huh? All right, we got something for you. We gonna we gonna give you the years. The expense gonna be the years we gonna give your ass. 250. Hey, you ain't got to motherfucker. Hey, you ain't got to vote me for president. Hey, just vote me for Dean. I don't want to be your ward either. Fuck that. Nah, nah. Hey, I take. Hey, I take. Hey, yeah. I want to be behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Cause he, president, he gonna be nice to you. Ah, you just thinking out of emotion at the time. Nah. He ain't no emotion from this guy. He ain't no emotion from this year. 325 years plus 75. I'm gonna have your ass in there like, your ass gonna want to take the officer gun that's standing beside next to you and blow your brains out in front of the whole court. I'm gonna have your ass. I'm gonna have your ass. I'm talking about crazy numbers. Numbers they don't even say no more. 680 years. God damn, 680 years. God damn. Yeah, I'm gonna do you like that. I'm gonna do your ass like that. But I'm about to go ahead and get out while this brain slow down so I can build this damn doghouse. At least the top two. At least the top. Cause he back there like a bitch. Cause his doghouse got a hole in it. He don't want to sit in there wide and let the rain hit him a little bit. He a bitch. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm about to go do that, man. Then I'm gonna catch back up with y'all later. Oh, I still ain't. Yeah. I'm gonna catch back up with y'all later, man. Y'all be good. I appreciate y'all for dropping in, though, man. I love y'all. For real. Y'all got to go out in that rain. If it's raining where y'all at, y'all be safe, bro.